Hello,
Hello,
everyone. Hi. It's just Ruby and I today, and we hope you've seen the posts that we released, I think it was a week ago now, just letting you know that Ayesha's just stepping back. Both Ruby and I are hoping that it's just for a little while until she, has more time available and sorts a few things out for herself. And so while we will miss her, we do understand that that's what she's got to do at the moment. But yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed that she'll join us again soon. And maybe even just as a guest every now and again, if that's all she can manage. So yeah, thank you so much for your comments. They were really beautiful.
They were so lovely, weren't they? Really heartfelt.
Yeah. So thank you for that. I have let her know that those comments are there and she's able to access them, see them. And I'm sure that as soon as she's got a moment or two to herself, she will return and reply. Yeah. So here we are, boiling. I've got an iced tea. I've got a lovely peppermint iced tea, so that's what I'm having.
I've got a hot coffee and we've got a hot candle. It's a hot day.
A super hot candle. It is a little bit of a malfunctioning candle. I put too much I want to say sauce, too much fragrancing essential oil in there, but it smells gorgeous.
It does.
Sage and sea salt. It smells gorgeous, just a little bit too much of the oil.
It smells lemony. Is there lemon in it?
There could be a lemon eucalyptus as well as the sage. So it's a Spanish sage, probably a bit of lemon eucalyptus.
So we're at Cindy's beautiful shop, Sage and Thyme in Lancaster today. It's really nice. So you've got a different view to look at, which is really lovely.
Yeah, and it's super warm again.
Really
it's
warm.
Been brilliant, the weather.
Yeah,
so you were saying earlier your allotment is just going mad.
Yeah, it's gone crazy.
So I think most of my stuff is just bolting and going to seed because it thinks that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's
and also not
too
enough
hot.
water.
Yeah. Hopefully next week it's meant to rain, and it needs it. It needs a good rain.
My neighbour, weatherman Pete, he always tells me what it's going to do. He said by the weekend it'll be chucking it down.
This weekend? That's interesting.
So I'm not sure, but yeah, weatherman Pete says by Saturday it'll be chucking it down.
It needs to.
Yeah.
Because you can't even dig. The ground's so hard. You can't even get your spade in. It's ridiculous.
I was trying to move a bird feeder the other day. It just wouldn't come out. It was just
it's proper hard work. So
So what are you growing? What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, all sorts of stuff. So we got just in case you've not seen the post that I did on Facebook and Patreon, we got the keys to the allotment on the 21st of March, which was really auspicious.
Yeah.
And it was wild, but it was not too wild. But now, since the sun, it's gone crazy. But there are fruit trees on it, which is amazing. And we've sorted out, there's four beds, and they were long. But what I realised was when I was walking around the plot, I kept cutting across the beds because you can't get round the side. So I've kind of made them like 3/4, a little path, and then a little end part, which has made it easier. And we've put all sorts in. We've got loads of potatoes, beetroot, kale, courgettes, broccoli, cauliflower. There's loads of chives, they were already on the plot. Loads of mint, that was already on there. What else have I planted? Broad beans, peas, did I say beetroot? Maybe I already said beetroot. Leeks, spring onion, anything. Just imagine anything. Yeah. The only things I've not planted are onions and carrots. I've not bothered with them because they're cheap enough to buy, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then at the very end, there's I've just left it wild. There's all brambles and there's a plum tree and a gooseberry bush. And that's just come up with foxgloves and comfrey. It's
nice.
Really nice. The bees just love it.
That will be their little corner.
Yeah. Oh, and I put a pond in, and we've got froggies in it now, which is nice. So we're getting there. The shed's knackered, it's rotten. So we need to rebuild the shed. We're going to build it out of pallets. So we've been collecting them. And it's teaching me patience because I want it all to be pretty
now
and done.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
I've got a little wasabi rocket for you today if you want it.
Yeah, yes,
It's
please.
on the windowsill waiting for you. So
lovely.
it's like rocket. It grows like the regular salad rocket, except right at the end there's this poof of
Like a
wasabi.
kick.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
great. So for pestos, for soups, really nice.
Ooh,
but just in a
lovely.
salad as a little surprise leaf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, please.
So
The valerian you gave is now this big.
Is it
it's
really?
Huge. Oh, yeah, and it's just started, that flowers have come in on it.
I think I've got lemon balm, feverfew.
Got lemon balm, got feverfew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I've got extra herbs, I'll let you
Yeah.
know.
Yes,
And Rachel's coming. Well, she was supposed to come last night, but she didn't, to fetch some. But
Oh, yeah.
she's coming to fetch some as well and swap with me, so that's great. Yeah, for me at the moment, I am enjoying my little flowers that I decorate things with, and I am enjoying a big tub of lettuce. I literally planted some lettuce, and every day, like this morning, go out there, pick a few leaves on my sandwich for work, and we've been having salad every night on this gorgeous
that's cool.
bed of lettuce, and it's been so good that it's been so dry because the snails haven't come out and demolished everything.
No slugs. It's
amazing. Been brilliant.
Yeah, it has. It really
It has been brilliant. So I have the biggest slugs and snails in my garden that I have ever seen. I mean, some of the slugs are like that long. They're just disgusting.
Are they the ones
and they're
with
fat like fingers.
Yeah.
No, like they're gross. And they literally, before things can even come up, they annihilated them. And this is the first year. My chrysanthemums are all great.
Amazing.
They've all bushed out, so I'll have good chrysanthemums. And normally I plant not calendula marigold, but regular Mexican type marigolds, because they're good repellent for bugs and things around you. So normally in the greenhouse I have a whole lot of those kind of marigolds around the borders of my beds to repel all the other insects. Normally I can't get them to grow, and this year they've grown because there's no slugs and snails eating them.
Same with the lupins. My lupins are actually flowering. Normally they're just eaten, demolished. So it has been really good for that.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's really hard work doing the watering. We're doing about an hour of watering every morning and an hour of watering every night because I've got a big place. How are you keeping the allotment going?
We've only got watering cans because the hose pack doesn't reach at all, and nowhere near. So I've got 2 watering cans.
Do you need an extra hose pipe?
And a lot, but it needs to be long. What was our one?
Yeah, but you can join 2 together.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I've got joiners.
Oh, amazing.
So you can take your hose pipe and one that I give you, and we can join them together and you'll have an extra long hose.
Yeah, that would be really good. Because at the minute I've got 2 watering cans and a big bucket thing. So I'm filling up the watering cans, Tom's filling up the big bucket thing, walking back to the plot. I mean, it's good for fitness and exercise. But yeah, just doing it like that. Yeah. But as soon as you poke in the soil, a centimetre down, it's bone dry. So we're going in the morning and in the evening. But yeah, I'll have big, massive mussels.
And for all the time in your sun, you've not got sunburned?
No, well, I don't really. I only burn if I'm like in the bright, do you know what I mean? If I was in it. So if I'm going to be in it in the afternoon, I wear a long sleeve top.
You wear long sleeves.
And I've got a visor for my forehead.
Yeah, I've seen a picture.
Because my forehead gets burnt. But now I'm
You've
kind of I'm tanned there a little bit, and then that's white. And I've had my legs out every day in shorts and nothing. Look how white they are.
You see, that's just me watering the garden.
I know, look. I'm so pale. I think it's because I've got red hair.
I think that's my African skin.
Yeah, it will be. But look at the colour of my leg compared to you. And I've had shorts on every day. Yeah, I don't tan very easily.
Yeah. But you haven't got burnt is what I was trying to say.
No.
It's neither, I don't wear sun cream.
I don't.
I put on a coconut oil if I'm going to be in the sun, or a raspberry oil. As far as I know, I could be, I could be incorrect, but as far as I know, coconut has SPF 4, raspberry oil has SPF 18,
Yeah,
and
it's
raspberry's
higher, isn't it?
the highest that I know of. Again, I stand corrected. So if I know, like, I'm going on my holidays, which is nearly coming after a year, then I will take some raspberry oil with me. And if I'm just out in the sun, like watering the garden and doing daily chores and that, absolutely no suntan. And I never burn.
No, I don't use
And we
anything.
talked a bit about that last time in the video.
Yeah, no, I don't use anything. Yeah, so I burnt my neck slightly because I was on the plot in the mid-sun.
Yeah.
So now what I do is, I look ridiculous. I've got a thin scarf that I tuck into my visor and it kind of comes down. I saw an old lady with one and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. So now it doesn't burn. But I really avoid the midday sun. Yeah. But no, I don't. And if I do burn, I just put lavender and coconut oil on, and then it goes. But yeah, I don't use it.
I've been listening to some interesting talks on sunscreen and that, and there's somebody I follow, Human Garage.
Oh yeah.
And he was chatting. I think I sent it to you. He was chatting, and he said, again, he said, I haven't investigated or researched this, so it'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are. He said it's because of what we eat and the amount of heavy metals in our bodies that we burn in the sun now.
Interesting.
Just another rabbit hole to go down. But I thought, I never thought about that. And he said it's because of the changes. Okay, obviously sunscreen is a no-no for me. Goes in it is just absolutely not on my skin ever. But we need to ask Nicola for her natural sunscreen recipe.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
But yeah, he said it's about what we eat and the amount of heavy metals, and the fact that there's heavy metals in our bodies, and that's what causes the sun to burn us.
That's interesting.
Again, no research done. I just heard it and went, huh? Never thought about that. So that's something to think about.
I saw a video with a lady and she was saying the same, that when you go on holiday, for example, and you're led in the sun, this is just not us, but generally people, and they're drinking alcohol and they're eating fast food with all that grease in, and that's what's going in, and that's why they burn more. So it's a similar thing about what you're putting inside your body as well. Yeah. But I do think we've been missold lots of lies about the sun. Like wearing sunglasses and blocking out the sun. We need that vitamin D into our eyes.
There's something like little photoreceptors or something. So the way I've heard it explained is that our eyes are an extension of our brain, and when we see the sun out and the light comes into our eyes, it activates little receptors.
Yeah, that's it. So to stop you getting burned.
To stop you getting burned.
Yeah, but if you've got sunglasses on, it can't.
Because it looks like you're in a dark room.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't activate the natural healing defense mechanisms of the skin. Yeah. So just some interesting things to go and investigate.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
And I've been having some interesting conversations with the allotment neighbours, because mine's all wild and natural, and and about how you can use comfrey as fertiliser and nettles and all the different things. And it's interesting walking around, because some people's plots are immaculate. Like there's nothing out of place. Everything's lined and sparse, and then you go to the next plot and it's all wild and everything grows together, and it's so interesting looking.
I like the idea of companion planting as well. So basil and tomatoes together and things like that.
And garlic as well.
And garlic.
So you call that pizza planting. So whatever you have on your pizza, not cheese, but whatever you have on your pizza that can grow, you plant it together and it all grows together.
Yeah.
And there's that other one, isn't there? I don't know if they do something similar in South Africa. The Three Sisters with the beans,
And
sweet
the corn
and
and the squash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have
that's
something like
Native
that?
American. No. Not that I know of.
Right.
But we do a lot of companion planting and planting by the moon and things like
Yeah.
that. My grandmother was always one to say, be careful when you cutting or harvesting your plants,
Yeah.
because you don't want to harvest when the sap is rising, which is when the moon is waxing.
Yeah.
So she always would say, only cut when the moon is waning.
Yeah, because all the liquid and stuff goes down.
Well, it's
doesn't
the
it,
energy
into
of the plant,
ground.
the sap. Yeah.
Same with trees. You're not meant to prune trees
Yeah.
when it's rising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So I'm going on my holidays soon.
Mm.
So in June we're going just for 5 nights away to the sun, and that's mainly for me to just switch
relax.
everything off, get out a book. And I found a lovely book, a magical book. Oh, I'll put it in on the thing because it's. I was in a charity shop and there was like a marigold on the cover, and marigolds. Not calendula, you call calendula marigolds. Marigold to me is a Mexican marigold. So if you want to increase and improve your psychic ability, they say first thing in the morning you should go out and put your face very close to a marigolds and smell marigolds to increase the psychic ability. So there was a marigold on, so it caught my attention, and then it was a little blurb about a woman and a cozy cottage and gathering her coven, and I was like, oh, perfect, I'll have that book. So yeah, I can't remember the name or the author's name. It was a French name, I think. So I'll put it on there if you're interested. I'm going to be reading that in June.
That's nice. I like it.
And swimming in the sea, and that's what I'll do every single day.
Where are you going?
And we're just going to, I think, to one of the Canaries, Tenerife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just for 5 nights. And when I'm in the sea there, I float and I do all my releasing stuff and my cleansing stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And then in July, I'm going for 2 weeks to my family in South Africa. And it'll be winter there.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But just to give you an idea, so it's autumnal weather there now. And it was 23 yesterday.
Flipping heck.
Yeah.
So it's not like ours.
It's not like our winter. Although it's winter rainfall, we get a
Right.
lot of, in the Western Cape, we get a lot of rainfall. It's not winter weather.
That'll be nice then. Oh, that'll be lovely.
Yeah.
I really want to go on holiday, but we've got nothing booked in. Tom's off next week for, I can't remember how many days, 9 days I think. And I was like, I really want us to go somewhere, but
Come and house it for me.
Yeah, we can't now because of the allotment, because we've got to water it all the time, and yeah, there's a lot. So we've got no holidays booked in. But I keep thinking that I just want to go somewhere where I can just do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I can.
We've gone
rest.
all inclusive for that reason.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'm not cooking and cleaning an apartment.
No, that's really good.
5 nights, all inclusive. All you have to worry about showering your body and getting to the beach.
That's bliss. That's heaven.
And I'll roll down to the beach in my flip-flops and my bikini. Yeah.
Have you been there before?
I've been to Tenerife before,
Right.
but not to the place we're going now. Yeah. We
I've
go
never
somewhere
been.
different every time.
I've never been to a hot country. Ever.
I don't know if you'll really like it
No,
though. If you're not a
probably
beach
not.
baby.
I love the beach and the sea, but I
Yeah.
don't like getting hot.
Yeah. Best to go out of season
Yeah.
then. Like, or in between seasons.
Yeah.
I know I went to Greece in April, which was sort of in between-ish.
Yeah.
Not too
no,
hot.
I couldn't. I
Yeah.
won't cope. I don't think. People do say it's a different heat though.
It's different because you don't have to do the regular stuff because you're on
Right.
holiday and you can wear just a flimsy dress and do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
And
I
sit by the
guess,
pool.
yeah.
And I don't like to sit by a pool though, in a resort.
Yeah.
I'll never sit by the pool. I just can't think of anything worse than music blaring out of a sound system,
Yeah.
children running everywhere, and just general
Noise.
noise, people drinking in the sun. I just does my head in.
Oh, I'd hate it. I hate that.
So that's why I go down to the beach. So
Yeah.
every time we look for a holiday, it has to have a beach walkable.
Oops. Yeah. Oh, that'll be amazing.
So that's
so
my
nice.
next sort of 2 months. So we are taking things a little bit easier over the
Yeah.
summer. Both of us are giving ourselves a little gift of that. Like we said earlier, Ayesha's taking a step back, and in my business in Sage and Time, I am not running as many events. I've just thought, you know what, it's summertime. The
Yeah.
energy is up here. It's not my kind of energy to begin with. So I think I'm just going to slow down a little bit
Yeah,
over the
same.
summer. So we'll still be doing our videos, and Ruby and I will still be continuing. We're just going to do things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
A few shorter videos like this one today. We will get another guest on for a nice long video at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Do let us know how you enjoyed the guests, if there's anyone you'd like to see again, and also any ideas on topics that you'd like guests to talk about. I know a lot of people said that they'd like to see Nicola again.
Yeah. Because between Cindy and I, we know loads of people, don't we? So
Yeah.
I'm sure if you've come up with something, we can find somebody probably to come on.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
problem in that at all.
But yeah, I feel the same in my business. I think I'm really reevaluating what am I even doing, because you change, don't you? You change and you grow, and you learn different things about yourself. And I just keep thinking, what am I doing? So I'm thinking
Yeah.
of changing things.
Well, this whole place is going to change.
Yeah.
So I've got to redecorate and then put up display. And then I am running it as more of a cooperative from now.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm not going to be chief cook and bottle wash.
It's a
So
lot.
this whole wall here is going to be 5 tiers of 5 shelves. And the idea is that other artists and witchy people will rent space.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And by rent I mean I'd prefer an energy exchange. So basically some time in the shop
Yeah.
for some space.
Yeah.
So I'd like to run it more as a cooperative and see how I go with that.
Yeah, that sounds better. Because the thing is with a shop, you're tied to it, aren't you, all the time?
It's tied to it, but it's like tending the herbs in the morning takes me a long time. Making smudge sticks, making stock. And in the summer, when the herbs and that are growing, I've got to harvest, bundle, dry, harvest, bundle, dry. Then they're dried, then I process it all in whatever way I'm going to process it. Then it's labeling and bagging, and so in the summer I find a lot goes to waste because I don't have the time, and that's my worst nightmare, is plants that have lived and given their lives and then they're wasted. So I don't like that. I like to know that I've given it all the love, the nurturing or whatever, and then it's useful. I've been these are just some petals that I dried. So I had some beautiful yellow ranuncles at the front door. And they've given me just, I'll pop them there, just the most gorgeous petals.
Look at the colour.
I know. So it's things like that. And that doesn't do itself. You've got to constantly pick the petals. And I like to only pick them when they're just before they're done, so that the bees and everything else has the benefit of them first, and then they're just nearly going, and then I'll go, okay, thank you, I'll take it. So yeah, I've got all my petals, and I'll be making different colour salts. So this is wild rose. Smell
Oh, it's heaven.
that. And again, it's fresh. If I don't use it today, if I don't have the time,
Yeah,
it's gone. I've wasted them.
Yeah.
So today I will be colouring and making a pink self-love salt. I've made prepared some self-love herbs already, and that should colour them, and we'll do a little video to show you.
And that's the thing, though. You can't be everything. You can't run a shop and be in here for customers and
Really?
do your
Are you
things.
sure?
Do you know
I
what I mean?
tried.
Yeah, but you just can't. And I've come to this conclusion lately. I think as women, we've been sold a lie of we can do everything. We can have it all. We can be a partner, be a parent, be a shopkeeper, run a business. Do you know all the stuff? You can't. I find there's a balance of, if I'm busy doing something, like the allotment, for example, the house has gone to...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've not hoovered the stairs for 5 weeks. Like, honestly, I haven't.
Yeah.
And then I go,
It is.
oh my God, the house needs cleaning. But then if I'm cleaning the house, then I'm not at the allotment doing that. You know, when it's
I
this
tend to
juggling.
do, as soon as it's dry and good weather, I'm outside.
Yeah.
And then in the night, I'm cleaning the house and doing the other chores.
Yeah.
So there's no rest time.
No.
So now I'm trying to, over the last 2 weeks, because I'm really trying to up my self-care, I've been trying to do something for an hour and then have a half an hour to 45-minute break. Sit with a book,
Yeah.
now enjoy and look at what you've done and sit down. But yeah, then I get frustrated because I think I should be doing this, I should be doing that.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a lot. Yeah, and I mean, we're kind of blessed, aren't we, that we've got our own businesses and the time we can do that. Like Tom will come home, bless him, he works at a university, and then he's like doing the recycling, doing the bins, taking the dog out, doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then by the time we sit down to eat tea, sometimes it's not until 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll say, oh, I've not even had a sit down today. And he'd be like, I haven't either. And at least we get the chance to go, I'm just going to read a book for a bit.
Yeah.
Because he's working for someone else. He can't.
No.
I'd be terrible. I'd be a terrible employee. I'd be sneaking off outside in the forest.
I worked on so when I'd stayed down in the southwest, I worked on a vineyard, an English vineyard.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was called Three Choirs
Right.
in Newent. And, sorry. So it was called Three Choirs in Newent, and idyllic because it's just vineyards and beautiful, and we got lots of guests touring and whatever. And I was the shop manager and the tour guide. And blimey, after 1 or 2 tours in a day, you were knackered. But so what I used to do, what they suggested you do, was there was a little back room, storeroom where all the wine and stuff was kept. There was a little table and chairs, and you'd eat your lunch in there. And then I thought, every time I sit down to have my sandwich and that, someone comes from the front to talk to me about work or ask me something, or could you just da-da-da-da. I used to leave and go and sit amongst the vines, and one day I fell asleep. I used to take my book and my sandwich and go and have a fell asleep. And someone came to find me.
Oh dear.
That was funny. I was like, sorry. Lying in the shade of the vineyards.
Yeah.
Beautiful
heaven.
breeze blowing over you.
Yeah.
I'd had my tea, I'd had my sandwich.
Oh my God. That's what I'd be like.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
I used to sneak out and go and sit away from everyone.
Yeah. Tom goes and sits in the car, but there's like a woodland that goes all the way round with a lake. And I say, go and sit by there.
Yeah.
Like where all the ducks and stuff are. But I don't think he wants people talking to him.
Yeah.
That's the,
True.
But yeah, it's funny. So we are lucky in that way.
Mm.
I've got into this routine now where I know about 4 o'clock I need a sit down or a nap. And if I don't do it, that's it for the rest of the day.
For me, it's about 3 o'clock, and then I start.
Yeah.
I got to sit for a bit, but I can keep going. If I have a 20-minute sit, then I can keep going after that. But
yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? It's just tuning in, isn't it, to what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. So look at us both in our plums.
I know.
Plums.
I don't know why I did that. I never have any on.
I can't believe we got plum on. I've just realised we're both in the same colour.
And we didn't arrange it or anything, did we?
I've literally the second just realised she's not wearing plum.
And I know you can't see, but Cindy's got purple mascara on it. It's
You'll have to take a photo.
Yeah, it's so lovely.
I love it.
It's really nice.
And I usually do my eyebrows as well.
Do you ever?
I didn't know. For ages I didn't have like an eyebrow colours thing. Oh, I just use the mascara. So I used to walk around with purple and green eyebrows.
That's funny.
I still do it every now and again, just for fun. Yeah.
So let us know in the comments, what are you up to this summer? Have you got any holidays booked? Are you growing anything? Yeah, let us know.
And with that, we're going to love and leave you. We've got the doors closed here, and it's starting to dry. It is not moving up here, so we'll love and leave you for now. Just a short pop in and say hi, and what you're up to over the summer, and a catch up. And we will be back with some short videos on salt making, on cleansing, and we've got a key charm, protection and abundance charm to show you. So we'll be back on with those. So watch out for those shorts coming up as well. Right. And so, we've come to the end of our little quick catch up with you. Our brews are through, our bums are numb. Go with blessings, peace and fun. And thank you to Laura who sent us that little rhyme.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.